In this episode of Value in My Toy Collection, we're going to value some more goodies we found hiding up in the attic. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum, so it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Alright, let's see what's all in this box. First we have this big bear plush with a Mississippi cheerleader outfit on, and it's worth about $15. Next we have another Build-A-Bear with an outfit. It's probably worth about $12. We have the Figment plush, a figment of your imagination. He's worth about $8 from Disney. And then also from Disney we have a Pinocchio plush, and he's worth about $15. And then we have just a regular cheerleading bear. This is probably worth at least $10. Very cute. And let's see what else we have. A little rainbow colored unicorn bear worth about $3. Probably sell this one at the estate sale. Yeah. Let's see what else. That's cute, but we'll probably sell that at the estate sale. And then we have a little M&M pillow, probably worth about $6. And then we have the cat from Cinderella. His name's Lucifer. Has that super long tail like the skunk in the earlier video we had. He's worth about $20. He's from Disney. Probably won't keep that. Have a little Thomas the Train little plush pillow worth about $7. And then we have another Flip-A-Zoo. It's probably worth about $8. Del Monte Corporation did a line of fruits and vegetables, and this is the Del Monte Lemon, and it's worth about $8. And then we have this cute little frog puppet. It's probably worth about $5. I'm going to hang on to that. And then we have a lamb chop plush from Macy's department store worth about $15. And then we've got this little Webkinz fish. It's worth about $5. Soft little pastel Goofy's worth about $5. And the little Sky from Paw Patrol is worth about $6. And the little fish from Dr. Seuss, he's worth about $6 too. And this basket of rabbits, we'll probably sell that at the estate sale. It's cute though. I don't even remember a lot of this stuff when I packed it up. This cute little cartoon version of Bambi from Disney's worth about $8. Oh, this little octopus, we'll probably give him away. He's cute, he's still brand new. See what else we have in here. Oh, this octopus is cute. We'll keep that one. Probably worth about $4. And then a little hedgehog, probably worth $1. We'll keep it. I'm going to hang on to that. I think that goes to a clown plush, probably in another box. Let's see what else we have. This is kind of cool. This is called a Potbelly, and it has a smaller one on the inside. And the set's probably only worth about $10, but they're pretty cute, and I'll probably hang on to those. And then we have some Build-A-Bear clothes. I think this set's messed up though. Probably just sell that at the estate sale. I have some Build-A-Bear shoes there. I'll open those up in a few minutes. And this is a Toffee Spin Master dog worth about $12. And then we have a Tickle Me Elmo that's worth about $10. And then we have this blue and white Stitch plush that's worth about $12. And then we have this dog. I think we already have one of those, so we'll probably sell that one. That's Cleo from the Big Red Clifford dog series. A Crude plush is worth $10, and the Curious George plush is worth about $8. This pillow is Molly from the Big Comfy Couch from 1997, and on eBay it's going for over $50, but I'm gonna say $25. The Hershey candy bar is worth about $12. And then these are called slammers, silly slammers, and that one's worth about $6. And then from 1992, this is a baby bot from Barney worth about $12. This looks like it's a teddy bear jacket of some sort. Here's a little Mississippi Beanie Baby bear worth about $3. And then from Paw Patrol, this is one of their little characters named Rocky, and he's probably worth about $5. There's another silly slammer worth $6 and another little hedgehog worth about $1. Got this cool Watchable peacock watch from 1985 worth about $12. And then this cute little mouse plush is worth about $1. And then this is a Dream Pet tiger. It's worth about $10. Another silly slammer worth about $6. And another silly slammer worth about $6. A little Winnie the Pooh ball worth about $5. And this is kind of cool, but I think we'll sell that at our estate sale. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got this big green M&M, probably worth about $8. And let's see what else we've got in here. Here's a little Pluto plush. He's probably worth about $5. And then this is cool. It's a spiky, different color, big fish, probably worth about $8. We've got a big yellow Peeps plush, probably worth about $6. That bag of Build-A-Bear shoes are probably worth $3 each, so that's $12. We've got a giant Piglet plush from Winnie the Pooh. That's probably worth at least $20. And then this Millennium little Happy Tickle Tickle Wiggle Wiggle worth $10. A small little Flip-A-Zoo's worth about $3. And then we have a Deadpool mask. That's kind of cool. Still with a tag, worth about $10. A Mississippi Braves mascot character worth about $8. And then this cool squid or octopus worth about $5. And then a giant Thai owl without the tag, probably only worth about $8 without the tag. I'm not sure if this is Monchichi or not, but it's from the 70s, and I looked it up, worth at least $30. And then we have a For Real Rockapoo parrot, worth about $20. And then we've got another Sherlock Gnomes character, worth about $7. And this cute little hedgehog, it's worth about $3. And this Bambi, he's worth about $8. And they have this cool, little bit vintage Mickey Mouse. He's probably worth about $8. And we have another Build-A-Bear that's worth about $12. And then we have a Bubba Bear for President. He's worth about $10. And then we have this cool Peter Pan plush. He's worth about $16. All right, we've got a bunch of these large TY plush, and I don't want to look them all up, so we're just going to say they're worth about $6 each. Some of them are worth more than $6. Like I looked up one of the tigers and it said like $40-$50, but I don't know if somebody would actually pay that. So we're just going to say $6 each, and they might be worth a lot more than that. All right, we have this little purple Millennium gorilla. It's worth about $8. I think these were made right at the year 2000 to kind of be millennium type animals. Then we have a Super Grover from Sesame Street. He's worth about $20. And then we have another one of those large Thai ones. That's an ostrich. He's worth about $6. And then here's a big blue elephant. We'll say $6. And then another blue bear worth about $6. And then we have this big, I think that's just a monkey. He's worth about $6. And the big fish worth $6. And we've got this cool round ball that's a turtle TY. It's probably worth about $6. This little bear is not one of the large ones, but it's got a nice outfit on, so I'd say it's worth at least $6 too. Let's see what else we got. I'd probably sell that frog at the estate sale. Another TY fish, a large one, worth about $6. The Princess Diana bear, it's large. It doesn't have the tag though. Probably still worth $6. Large red dog, it's worth about $6. And let's see what else. Here's a big peach color bear. I think it's missing its tag too, but still worth at least $6. And then here's another monkey worth $6. And then the fox, he's probably worth about $6. Oh, that rabbit's really cute. That's worth about $6. And there's a tiger, also worth about $6. There's another one of those round balls. I don't know if that's a caterpillar or what, but worth about $6. And another little tiger, worth at least $6. And then here's a Cookie Monster with a backpack, and it's worth about $15. It's kind of collectible. And then we've got these small ones, probably going to sell those. This one's probably worth about $6. And then another rabbit. I really like those rabbits. It's worth about $6. These I'm not going to price. I'm just going to price those in the bin. This is a Webkinz cockatoo worth about $5. And then some more of the Beanie Babies. That's a Halloween ghost worth $6. And then I'll put that with the tub of Beanie Babies. And then here's another big ghost worth about $6. And then this huge bat. He doesn't have his tag though. Dang it. Probably still worth $6, but he's pretty cool. You don't see the bats that large. And then here's one more big bear worth $6. The Chore Girl doll from Chore Boy Scrub and Bubbles, worth about $8. I thought it'd be worth a little bit more than that, but I just paid $1 for it, so that's still okay. Here's a green M&M with a leopard jacket on, probably worth about $10. And then we have this vintage Minnie Mouse, still with the original tag on, worth about $15. Cute little pot of flowers there, probably worth about $5. And this little critter sister Mercer Meyer doll, worth $8. And then we have a Donald Duck as an Easter plush. He's worth about $10. And then we have Foghorn Leghorn from Looney Tunes, and he's worth about $15. We've got this little Boss Baby plush, still with the original tag on, worth about $12. Just need to clean him up a little bit. Let's see what else we've got in here. Just all kinds of good stuff. We have this Hush Puppy or a Basset Hound from the 80s, worth about $10. And then we have this little koala bear from one of those pickup games from the 80s, worth about $1. This really cool big country mouse. I love these type of things. It's like from a flea market, worth about $12. And then we've got this large, sturdy Bambi, worth about $10. And probably won't get to keep that one. It's kind of messed up. We've got these old vintage sharks. They have a hole in them. One of them's worse than the other. So I'm probably going to try to save one of these because they are from the 70s. And it'd probably only be worth about $6. But I'm going to try my best to save one of those. And then let's see what else we've got. Down here we've got a Wells Fargo anniversary horse plush. That's worth about $12. From Toy Story, we have one of the alien pillows. It's probably worth about $10. It's in really good shape. And let's see what else is down in this box. It's like it's never ending. Here we have a little glowworm. I usually value these at about $12. And then we have a large Pikachu, a Pokemon stuffed animal, worth about $12. This little baby doll that's called a Baby Beans, and it's worth about $12. We've got this giraffe that you kind of put on the wall like a giraffe head. It's worth about $15. Got a rainbow Build-A-Bear worth about $12. And then we've got this big, it's kind of like carpet, but it's a llama. It was made in India. It's worth about $10. All right, we've got this cool little goofy hat. It's probably worth about $10. And then we have a Build-A-Bear with a little poodle skirt on. I always say Build-A-Bears are worth about $12. They cost poor parents about $40. Got this little blonde puppet. She's probably worth about $5. Got one of our ducks from Kohl's Care. It's worth about $3. I have another one of those. I'm going to keep it. This cool pink fish puppet is worth $15. We have an orange one like it in another video. And then this little stingray is worth about $1. And then we have another Peeps plush, and it's worth about $6. Here we have another glowworm figure. It's worth about $12. See what else we have down in here. All kinds of good little stuff hiding. This is a golf club cover. We'll probably sell that at the estate sale. Let's see. Here's another little silly slammer, probably worth about $6. And then a vintage Oscar the Grouch plush. That's worth about $12. And a 101 Dalmatians Christmas stocking. That's worth about $15. All right, what else do we have down here? Here's a cute little doll. I don't think she's very collectible. We'll probably sell her at the estate sale. And then we have a bunch of these little puppets. I'll try to value those at the end, put them all together. This is kind of cool. It's a lady doll with a fur coat and a boa. She's probably worth at least $12. We have a Marvin the Martian as a hockey player. That's pretty cool. It's worth about $15. And then we have a mermaid puppet from Melissa and Doug, and she's worth about $12. Still has her original tag on. Let's see what else we can pull out. Some more of those little puppets. We'll value those at the end. Got a ton of those. Some more. I think these little puppets are probably going to be worth about $2 each. This little ballerina doll, she's worth about $2. Another little puppet, probably $2. Got a bunch of those. I don't even remember where I picked all that up, but this stuff's been in the attic for probably 8 or 9 years. Here's another puppet. This one's worth about $5. I don't think I'm going to keep this from Lion King because it's kind of messed up on the teeth there. And here's a Melissa and Doug pirate puppet worth about $12. And then I'm probably going to sell the little puppet show theater at the estate sale. These are cool. These are crocheted bears. Somebody spent a lot of time making these, but we have 2 of these, a boy and a girl. And I think these are probably worth at least $12 each. Probably more than that, but we'll just say 12. It's another large puppet. I'm probably going to sell her at the estate sale, though. Let's see, a couple more things. More little puppets, little puppets. Oh, this little, like a dodo bird, probably worth about $2 or $3. And then this little bag of finger puppets will probably sell. Got this Tigger plush. He's worth about $8. Got this cute little Ole Miss cheerleading doll, worth about $6. Got a Pokey from Gumby plush, wearing a Santa hat, worth about $12. And this is from Sophia the First. It's the horse, worth about $10. Got another glowworm, worth about $12. We've got a Winnie the Pooh plush carrying a vase of flowers. He's probably worth about $12. And then from Belk, we have this cool golfer plush. He's worth about $15. He still has his tags on. Not going to keep that. This is a Cabbage Patch Kid dog by Xavier Roberts. Probably worth about $6. We'll put that with our Cabbage Patch collection. Got this large, big-headed Winnie the Pooh, worth about $12. Just need to give him a good cleaning. Have this vintage Donald Duck plush, worth about $5. I don't know who she is. We're not going to keep her. We'll put her at the estate sale. And then we'll put this little dinosaur at the estate sale. I have to watch when I put them down because my dog Daisy steals all these. Really large vintage Oscar the Grouch plush, worth about $25. And then this, I don't know if it's a dog patch or it's like a Monchi-Chi, but I'm going to say it's worth $15, but somebody had one on eBay for $100. The Paw Patrol Chase is worth about $10. A little Winnie the Pooh in the trees, probably worth about $6. And then our little purple octopus is worth about $5. And we've got this cool vintage turtle from the 60s or 70s. I think it's from 1975. It's worth $25. And we've got a couple of the dwarfs from Snow White. We don't have the full set of these, but I know I have at least 2 of those, and they're worth about $6 each. Got a bunch of cute little plush we're just going to sell. This is not name brand, but it's too cute. I'm going to keep it. It's an alligator worth about $6. Little hedgehog worth about $1. A couple more silly slammers worth $6. The rabbit's worth $1. And there's the other dwarf and another silly slammer. All right, here we have a big Shrek plush. This Shrek, he's worth about $8. Got a little possum. He's probably worth about $3. Got a Build-A-Bear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not worth a lot, worth about $8, but I'm going to keep it because it's Build-A-Bear. Let's see what else we got. We got this giant starfish, probably worth at least $5. And then another little hedgehog worth $1. Got a little Scooby-Doo worth about $6. Got a little Tigger, a really soft Tigger. He's worth about $5. And I got another one of those Fursons worth about $12. And then this is cute. This is a little fat red dinosaur from Hallmark. It's kind of vintage. It's worth about $6. Little Pink Panther is worth about $3. And then this is from Bath and Body Works. It's a little dog, I think, with a hoodie. It's a mouse or a dog worth $10. And let's see, got a little Taz Beanie Baby light worth about $5. This I'm not going to keep. It's collectible from Fisher-Price, but it's got somebody's name on it. So I'm probably going to sell that at the estate sale and probably sell this big dinosaur at the estate sale too. And then here's a little M&M worth $1. This is cute. It's a Build-A-Bear with a big head. He's worth about $15. Yeah, he is Build-A-Bear. All right, then we've got a lot of these Dr. Seuss animals. I've got to go through them to make sure we don't have duplicates, but this is a Sneetch. It's worth $6. This little orange crab we're going to keep is worth about $4. This glow worm that's a butterfly is pretty cool, worth about $15. Here's a large green M&M plush, worth about $6. A little pink octopus. I don't think we'll keep her. We've got so many little sea creatures we're going to keep. We're going to do a little display of sea creatures. That'll be cute. All right, those are stuck. Here's a little Fraggle Rock I need to clean up. He's worth about $6. And then this is cute. It's a little piggy bank. Well, it's a pig that grunts, worth about $15. He's vintage. And this is from Disney. It's from Dot Met Stuffins. It's worth about $6. We get a little piglet plush worth about $5. A couple Beanie Babies we're going to do later. We've got this large Beanie Baby ball. It's a gorilla, probably worth about $6. Let's see what else. This huge Big Bird plush. He's worth about $25. He's vintage, needs a little bath, but he's in great shape. Another big TY plush worth about $6. Let's see, here's a hamster still in the box, a Kung Fu hamster worth $25. Some more Beanie Babies we'll do later. This big one's worth about $6. And then here's a giant vintage teddy bear. I love these from the 50s and 60s. It's worth about $12. The little Washington, D.C. bear is worth about $3. Another big TY is worth about $6. And then I emptied the tote and put all the other Beanie Babies together. I figure they're all worth about $3 each with the tag on, and there's 50 something in here. So we'll say about $150 for all these. Then I found this huge tote of Happy Meal toys, and it's got some good stuff in it, well over 100 toys. So we'll say it's worth at least $100, but I think it's worth a lot more than that. But I don't really have the time to go through all of those right now, but some good stuff. All right, this is a My Friend's Huggles doll. She's in excellent condition, perfect condition, like brand new, worth about $15. Got a large Abby figure from Sesame Street, and she's worth about $25, maybe more than that because she still has her tag on. And then we have a Dr. Seuss Snitch, Oh, the Things You Can Think, worth $6. A Clifford the dog plush worth about $7. And then this cute little seal plush is worth about $6 with the ball on its tail. And let's see what else we have. Have a I Love Cozumel Stingray worth about $3. This is a Webkinz German Shepherd signature piece. I'm going to say worth $25, but on eBay they're going $75 to $95. Here's another, just a teddy bear with a dress. We're probably going to sell this one at the estate sale. We've got so much to keep. It's so hard to get rid of stuff. All right, we're going to sell that. These are vintage poodles from the 50s and 60s. I figure the small two are worth about $10 each. And this large blue one's got a little bit of damage, but I think it's still worth at least $20. I just need to glue him a new nose on there. He's kind of in bad shape, but I just don't have the heart to get rid of that one. And then here's the other regular poodle, worth about $10. I'll have to do a little section of vintage ones. Here's a Groovy Girl. She's worth about $10. And then this penguin, we'll probably sell him. Speedy Gonzales plush. He's worth about $8. And then we've got a little Scooby-Doo with a Santa hat on. He's worth about $3. And this is a Lester the Looney Bird from Russ Berry, worth about $6. And we've got an advertising Snuggles bear worth about $15. That was from Fabric Softeners. Have a sock monkey worth about $6. And we've got this Barbie cat with the long legs worth about $8. This one we'll probably sell at the estate sale. That one, we have an Oscar the Grouch in the garbage can plush worth about $12. I have this Dankin ostrich, it's so cute, probably worth about $15. Looks brand new. Have a Jasper Jowls Chuck E. Cheese plush. He's worth about $25. I was trying to see if he's original or not. He looks a little off, but even if he's off, he's still worth $25. Got a Lion King plush. Kind of messed up a little bit. I'm not sure we're going to keep him. Let's see what else we've got. I've got this little Wizard of Oz Jester doll worth about $8. A little fish puppet. I'm not sure we're going to keep that. It's hard to decide what to keep. This Dave & Buster's bear is probably worth about $10, but probably cost somebody $100 to win. This little taco gift card holder or money holder is worth about $8. This bear is just average, but I'm going to keep it because it's so cute with the Easter ears, worth about $7. And I'm probably going to sell that little dragon. Oh, here's a cool Fraggle Rock. He's probably worth about $12. And then here's a little vintage dinosaur with hearts on his back. He's worth about $12. Gonna sell Dumbo because I know we have some of those already. This small Chuck E. Cheese plush is worth at least $20. And then this large Winnie the Pooh plush, this one is great. He's really big. He's worth about $35. And then the little sailor hamster is worth about $15. And this cool alien is worth about $10. And I did save this Duck Dynasty plush. He was so dirty, but I threw him in the washer and we saved him. He's worth $15. And I finally collected all the Hershey Candy Bar Harry Potter wrappers, and I did eat the chocolate out of it, but we'll frame these up and this will be worth at least $35. It's gonna look so good. I wonder how many people actually saved these through the years. Well, in our previous 506 videos of value of my toy collection, our collection was worth $1,311,890. Now with this video, with all the plush from our attic, we can add another $2,320 to our grand total. So that means our grand total for episode 507 of Value of My Toy Collection is $1,314,210. Now, I always wanted to say I had $1 million toy collection, and now I can finally do so. But I don't really consider myself a millionaire. I just think I'm a guy with a lot of toys. But I've been saving these toys all my life, going to thrift stores, flea markets, garage sales, toy stores, and just looking online, and it's just accumulated to this big old total over the years. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what all I have and what it's actually worth, and it's such a great way for me to inventory this collection. And I'm also putting all the toys on our Facebook page, which is called the Toy Vault of Mississippi, if you want a slower and longer look at these toys. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please think about doing so because it certainly helps us grow. So until our next video, we will see you then.